Once again, we are blessed with a fantastic episode of 1923, and we cannot wait to discuss every detail with you. 1923 has been a favorite of ours for the past month, and we believe soon it will grow out to be one of the best that Yellowstone universe can offer, if not the best. We know the original Yellowstone show is unique in many fans' hearts, including us. Still, to be frank, 1923 is a great contender to replace Yellowstone from its throne, as it offers the complete package of satisfying people's expectations from a great show. When we watched 83 last year, we were highly impressed by the portrayal of the era, the casting, and the storyline. Overall, it was a great experience and showed that Taylor Sheridan had much more to offer than just Yellowstone. More importantly, the Yellowstone universe had many materials to explore, but we never thought of 1883 as a fantastic show with the potential to replace Yellowstone one day. Even though we were enjoying 1883, we never thought of it as one kind of masterpiece. Now for a second. On the contrary, we also thought of it as an excellent complementary story to Yellowstone that provides a solid background for the Dutton family and nothing more. Even though the characters in the show seemed quite well written while watching, almost none of them had a lasting impression on us. Most of us need to remember the names of the characters. Only Elsa Dutton stands out as an unforgettable one. And we believe this is primarily because she died prematurely and thus caused us a lot of tragic scenes. And as you all know, we never forget something or someone that causes us to tear up. Besides, she never died in the universe as she continued her journey in 1923 as a voice actress. We believe 1883 offered little to the audience as a standalone story and was most meaningful for those interested in the Dutton family heritage because of Yellowstone. When it comes to 1923, though, we have different opinions. We believe the show could have had a more impressive beginning, but managed to gain our interest through the next episodes. Its characters are very much unique as the storyline is highly captivating, and let's be honest, some of the scenes in this show will forever haunt us. We also should give a special shout out to the romance in the show, particularly the one between Spencer and Alexandra. We believe the two are shouldering the emotional baggage of the series, and we love it. With the recently released episode 4, it became inevitable that these two would be our authentic leading characters in the series. We cannot wait for them to travel to Montana to take over the ranch, the state, and the show itself. This week's episode taught us that Jacob made it through the night and somehow managed to survive. She is still in critical condition, causing Kara to feel very upset and angry. But she preserves that famous Dutton pride and orders everyone to pretend nothing has happened. Jacob gave her his full blessings, telling her to be a leader and act upon his will. So Kara took the stage in the council meeting, telling them they needed a police force to fight against the thieves and murderers. Of course, Banner and his men did not like the idea and even dared to challenge her. Yet Kara was too confident to be impacted by their insults. Since she and Jacob made a deal not to fight until Spencer was in there, she preserved her calmness and took things under her control. On the other hand, Banner is sure that Jacob is dead and Kara is simply lying. So he already started looking for more men to add to his team to quickly take over the Yellowstone ranch within 6 months, as he claims. He even went to the governor and made a deal to share Yellowstone Ranch between the two once he took over the ranch. Can you believe the audacity? Well, that's the confidence we need in our lives with less delusion, though. Meanwhile, Spencer and Alexandra are still in Africa, oblivious to what has been happening in Montana. The couple is living their best life, vowing to one another never to have a dull moment and always jump from one adventure to the other. For Spencer, things might get adventurous in Montana as he is tasked to protect his ranch. For Alexandra, though, we're almost 100% certain that she will have the dullest life, as she is a woman and is only expected to sit at her home and knit for her children. Indeed, the Dutton women usually have more authority than their peers in the era, but the realities of the period are likely to hit her anyway. For the time being, the couple has no idea about the possible future that's waiting for them. When Allie's inner found Kara's letters, though, things got a little bit more clear. She convinced Spencer to read them all in one sitting, allowing the two to experience sadness and happiness through a bunch of letters. When she reached the last letter and learned the truth about John Dutton Sr., she knew things would not be the same again. Spencer was devastated to learn that his brother got killed and was heartbroken that it had been 3 months since then. Now it's clear that Spencer's first move will be to travel to the U.S. at once, but as Jacob also mentioned, it could take almost a year for Spencer to arrive in Montana. Let's hope he comes within 6 months before Banner rolls his sleeves to take over the Yellowstone ranch. Last but not least, we visited the horrendous boarding school, which felt like a horror movie scene. Once again, Tiana Rainwater attacked a nun over abuse. At that point, we thought these shooting scenes were getting repetitive and should lead somewhere. Then the nuns got together and had an exorcism for Tiana, which was devastating to watch, and this was it for her. Finally, she decided she had had enough of this, collected her belongings, and left the school. Before leaving, she visited the nun's room and killed her. It was the perfect revenge scene and was a great conclusion to her terrible boarding school experience. Did you like episode 4 of 1923? What do you think will happen next? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching.